Welcome to our deep dive on debt consolidation during a financial emergency. Today, we'll unpack why 0% APR balance transfers can be a trap, how fixed-rate personal loans compare, and why income generation is the real solution. We'll also provide a step-by-step action plan, diagrams to visualize your options, and quick quizzes to reinforce your learning. Let's begin. Here is our roadmap. First, we set the emergency context. Next, we examine 0% APR balance transfers and their risks. Then, we compare them to fixed-rate personal loans, uncover hidden costs, and discuss why increasing income is the ultimate solution. After that, we present a 30, 60, and 90-day action plan, 2 short quizzes, and finish with key takeaways and a disclaimer. If you're facing high-interest credit card debt and an income drop, you are in a financial emergency. In this situation, time and clarity are crucial. We need to acknowledge the urgency, create a plan that prioritizes cash flow, and execute decisively. With that foundation set, let's transition into understanding the 0% APR balance transfer strategy and its risks. A 0% APR balance transfer moves your existing debt to a card with a 0% introductory interest rate. However, it is effectively a countdown timer that typically lasts 12 to 18 months. There is usually an upfront transfer fee, most commonly between 3 and 5% of the balance. This strategy only works if you are confident you can pay off the entire transferred balance before the promotional period ends. If you fail to do so, the remaining balance is likely to jump to a much higher interest rate, often above 25%, which can erase your savings. Additionally, without verifiable and sufficient income, getting approved for a high-limit balance transfer card that is not predatory is difficult. Now that we've covered the risk profile, let's compare this option to fixed-rate personal loans. On the left, the 0% APR transfer offers temporary relief and can save money if you pay off quickly. But it comes with an upfront fee, requires income to qualify, and includes a strict payoff deadline after which rates can become punitive. On the right, a fixed-rate personal loan may show a higher interest rate on paper, but it provides predictable payments and a reliable end date without a teaser rate trap. This stability often makes it a safer choice for many borrowers, especially if the payoff horizon is longer than 12 to 18 months. Next, let's quantify the costs using a simple example. This table compares a hypothetical $10,000 balance transfer to a fixed-rate personal loan. With a 3% transfer fee, the effective transferred balance becomes $10,300. Over a 15-month promotional period, you would need to pay roughly $687 per month to clear the balance in time. If you miss the window, the remaining balance may jump to approximately a 28% APR. In contrast, an 11% fixed-rate personal loan over 36 months produces a stable monthly payment around $330, which is easier to plan for but extends the payoff period. With the math in mind, let's shift to the fundamental solution: cash flow. No financial product can solve a lack of cash flow. The only durable solution is to increase income quickly. Any promotional window should be treated as a countdown timer, not a safety net. Next, we will outline an action plan for the next 90 days to restore cash flow and attack the debt. Here is a 90-day action plan. First, in the initial week, list every balance, interest rate, minimum payment, and due date. Simultaneously, reduce discretionary spending by canceling non-essential services, negotiating bills, and pausing subscriptions. During the first 2 weeks, rapidly increase income by applying to multiple part-time or temporary roles and stacking shifts. Between days 7 and 30, contact creditors to request hardship programs, lower interest rates, adjusted due dates, and fee waivers. Also, create a bare-bones budget that prioritizes housing, utilities, food, and transportation. Between days 15 and 60, choose your consolidation method: a fixed-rate personal loan if your payoff will extend beyond the promotional window, or a transfer only if you can fully repay on time. From days 15 to 90, automate payments to match your payday cycle and track progress with a simple debt dashboard. Finally, maintain guardrails. Avoid taking on new debt, do not carry balances on any new card, and use accountability check-ins to stay on track. Next, let's visualize the decision path with a flowchart, and then test your understanding. This section outlines a checklist with a sequence diagram of your decision process. Start by listing debts, rates, and due dates. Contact existing banks to request hardship terms, lower rates, or adjusted due dates. In parallel, compare fixed-rate personal loan offers. Compute the transfer fee and the monthly amount required to clear the balance within the promotional window. If and only if you can repay within the promo period, should you choose a transfer. Otherwise, select a fixed-rate loan. Finally, automate weekly payments aligned with your income. Now, let's reinforce these ideas with a quiz. Quiz time. The question is, which statement best captures the risk of a 0% APR balance transfer during income loss? Option A. It is a safe long-term solution because the 0% rate usually extends until you finish paying. Option B. It is a short-term grace period that only works if you can clear the entire balance before the promotion ends. Option C. It is safer than a fixed-rate loan because there is no upfront cost. Option D. Approval is easy even without verifiable income. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is option B. A 0% transfer is a temporary grace period that only works if you can clear the entire balance before the promotional term ends. Missing the window exposes you to a potentially very high interest rate. With that clarified, let's visualize your next 90 days with a timeline. This timeline depicts the 90-day turnaround. In days 1 through 7, triage debts, freeze spending, and apply for income opportunities. In days 8 through 30, negotiate with creditors, establish a minimal budget, and begin working new shifts. In days 31 through 90, choose your consolidation vehicle based on realistic payoff timing, automate weekly payments, and monitor progress using a simple dashboard. Milestones include early income wins and measurable reductions in principal. With the plan visualized, let's do one more quiz focused on the numbers. Here is the second quiz. The question is, you transfer $10,000 at a 3% fee to a 15-month 0% APR period. What monthly payment clears it before the promotion ends? The options are $600, $666.67, $686.67, and $750. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is $686.67. The calculation is 10,000 multiplied by 1.03 divided by 15 months, which equals 10,300 divided by 15. Next, let's capture the key takeaways and then provide a disclaimer. These are the key points. A 0% APR transfer is a temporary countdown. Fees and reversion risk can eliminate savings if you do not pay off in time. Fixed-rate loans often provide certainty and predictable payments, even if the stated APR is higher. Increasing income is essential to breaking the cycle. Finally, automate payments and monitor progress to avoid slippage. Now let's add an important disclaimer. Disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. Your circumstances are unique. Before acting, consult a qualified professional. Consider nonprofit credit counseling and be cautious of predatory lenders or debt relief schemes. With the disclaimer in place, we will now summarize and close. In summary, treat 0% APR transfers as short-term tools only if you can repay before the deadline. Weigh total costs including fees, approval odds, and the risk of reversion against the certainty of a fixed-rate loan. Prioritize cash flow by increasing income and cutting non-essential expenses. Follow the 90-day plan with automation and weekly tracking. Seek professional guidance as needed and avoid predatory products. Finally, let's close with a thank you and a call to action. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more practical money guides. Share your plan or questions in the comments so we can support each other.